The other two Remoraid who'd been defending them off are the parents. What's the Mantine
Why the
doing?
Mantine?
Yeah. Is this some kind of new age thruple we've read about?
This boat's actually a polycule.
Yeah.
We're bringing Waterworld back for another week here on TKAD. It's a water week in Waterworld for all you water boys and water girls and everyone in between. Welcome back to TKAD. It's Pokemon podcast where we talk about Pokemon. We're talking in the Whirl Cup. Johto, that's a thing. I'm Kellan. I play Pokemon. Can you tell I do all these off the cuff? Graham is the co-host. Graham, how you doing?
I'm actually Kevin Costner, the water boy.
Oh, shit.
That's what you wanted, right?
Special guest, Kevin Costner this week.
Yeah. So many water references. Mm. Are we wet, folks? Can I say that on the internet?
Are you wet?
I'm kind of dry.
Are you wet?
You know, it's hard to keep your skin moist,
Are you moist?
In this Canadian winter.
Are you damp?
No, I'm so dry all the time.
Dry?
I feel like February, I just have like a baseline headache for like the whole month. And then it gets better. But it's just so dry. Oh my God.
Yeah. You know what I've been thinking lately? And this has absolutely nothing to do with wetness and dryness.
Okay.
You know what I was thinking today?
What?
If the Switch 2, we know it's backwards compatible with Switch 1 games.
Uh-huh.
If it's better than the Switch, and, you know, that's to be believed from rumors and logic that it should be better performance than the Switch, will Scarlet and Violet run well on it?
We only started thinking about that now.
Yeah, it just kind of hit me today.
Okay, that discussion did start like basically before the announcement when they're like, people are like, "Hey, remember that Scarvy patch? It's the Switch 2."
Yeah. Well, I saw when Scarlet and Violet were out, the few first weeks, I saw some stupid argument that was like, "Oh, well, if you dump the thing and play it on PC, it runs fine. So it's not a Pokemon problem; it's a Switch problem." It's like, no, that's the Pokemon problem because they programmed it for the Switch. They should have made it run well for the Switch. But on Switch 2, maybe it'll run well.
I mean, that is evidence of, and again, not knowing that what specs that person had and stuff, like you don't really know what they're claiming. But that is evidence that better hardware would benefit it. And in general, that should be true, right? It would be really strange if it didn't run better. Like that would mean there is something seriously wrong. So it probably will, but we don't know what that better means. We don't know if there'll be patches to support it, right? To like actually make that more official. Like for example, Bloodborne. I know there was we're not evergreen at all some days, Kellan. There was a state of play today. And the chat was just like, "Where's Bloodborne 2? Where's Bloodborne Remake? Where's blah 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 blah." Bloodborne is like, fans love Bloodborne, and it's honestly in my top 5 games of all time. Love that game a lot. It is in this weird spot though, where even playing it on better hardware, like okay, so it only hits like 28 frames per second on the base PS4 when it came out, and it has really weird frame pacing. It kind of stutters. When the PS4 Pro came out, it hit 30, but it still had that frame pacing issue, okay? On the PS5, it's identical to the PS4. They've just never patched it. It has like hard-coded locks at 30 in it, and the frame pacing is just part of the programming. So it just doesn't benefit from better hardware at all. So everybody just wants like some kind of patch or like remastered or definitive version where it like runs well, and they won't do it. They never do it. So we could be in a Bloodborne situation.
Frame rate discussions go crazy, man. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm
in general.
I'm part of that fan base though. I just want my sweet 60. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
60 would be good.
We're not even demanding anything crazy here, Kellan. Just a sweet 60.
I play my games at 500. Bitch, you can't see the difference.
I mean, what does that mean? No one plays at 500.
Some people play at 500.
I mean, they do claim that like 120 or 120 is like for a lot of like kind of twitchy games, shooters, etc. People claim that that's pretty
play
useful, but
50,000
60
FPS.
is definitely good. No, they're definitely
are play in slow motion.
Diminishing returns, if that's what you're getting at. I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's like there's a limit.
Anyway.
Like anything above that is, and for the most part, 60 is like is like good. Like a locked 60 is like butter, baby, butter.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some stuff because we got a bit of a longer type thing. I'm taking care of the whatever you want to call it at the start of the pod this week.
The opening
and
bit.
Yeah, and I've got another quiz for Graham. Graham, I'm gonna share my screen with you. If we verbalize this well, images won't be necessary, but it'll be good for you, and it'll be good for the YouTube video I put out later. Video version shouldn't be too necessary, but it will be. It might be on the video version. I don't know. I'm limited for time this week. So this week on the pod, we're talking about 2 episodes that contain water Pokemon. It is a type theme this week. 2 of the same type featured Pokemon. Crazy.
Water everywhere.
So I thought, water everywhere. I thought we should do a quiz because Graham doesn't know jack about Pokemon and probably Pokemon types, that we are going to have a bit of a type quiz on the 2nd edition of Dexing Down.
Dexing Down. Type quizzes. All right, quick reminder for the audience. Types? Types we've done both. Types is new. What did we do the last time?
We did categories last time, and you failed.
Categories was hard as balls. Okay, types is just water, fire, that kind of shit.
Fire, shit like that.
And they can have up to 2.
And they can have up to 2
There's never been a triple type, has there?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's 2. That's crazy. Okay.
We have 6 questions. You can see in the top corner, there are 6 potential prizes you can get. Last time you won a slice of pineapple. This week you can win up to 6 different prizes. 5 of those prizes are the 5 prizes you didn't get last time, and then 1 new prize.
Okay.
So each question, I will give you a type, and I will give you 4 Pokemon. You have to tell me which of the 4 Pokemon is that type. Okay. Which one of the 4 Pokemon has that as at least one of their types?
And there's always one correct answer.
There will be 1 correct answer,
okay,
2 incorrect answers that I picked, and 1 selected by a random Pokemon generator.
Okay.
A la last time. And unlike last time, I will tell you, there is no trick question.
Okay. It sounds easier so far. Quite a bit easier. We'll see.
I attempted to make it a little easier. I'm hoping to still trick you a little bit.
Okay.
I will also give you 3 lifelines.
Okay. Wow.
1
generous.
being
Regis.
You can ask for the etymology of one of the Pokemon's names.
Okay.
You can ask for Dex entry for one of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also have I will take away one of the incorrect answers.
Okay, so etymology, Dex entry,
those 3
knockout.
Throughout the 6 questions. Only once each, though, of course.
Gotcha.
So, are you ready to play Dexing Down Type Edition?
Yes, I'm ready to Dex down. Dex me up.
Your first type will be Bug. Out of these 4 Pokemon, which is the Bug type? Is it Forretress, Alolan Geodude, Hisuian Growlithe, or Spritzy?
Okay. So the Pokemon that I picked does not need to be just a bug. It's just
does
as
not
long
need
as
to be
one of its
mono
types is bug. Okay, yeah.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure I know this one. Then I mean, I don't think it's Alolan Geodude, although I've never seen him before. And rocking the buzz cut, is that hair? Does Geodude have hair?
Yeah,
okay.
Kind of.
I don't think it's that Growlithe with its that Growlithe kind of looks like
hair.
Yeah, it looks like lawyers in like Victorian era. They would like wear those like wigs.
The pompadour.
Yeah. And I don't know what the fuck a Spritzy is, but it don't look like no bug. So I'm gonna go Fortress. Pretty sure Fortress is bug.
Locking it in?
Locking it in.
Congratulations, you did it. Fortress is bug steel type.
Bug steel.
You got a point.
I wouldn't have been able to name its other type then. I thought it was bug water. I always forget about steel.
No. Alolan Geodude is part electric. It's rock electric. And so the hair is like crystal rock things.
Yeah.
Hisuian Growlithe is rock fire, and Spritzy is a fairy type.
Cool.
So,
I want to guess
which of the 6 prizes would you like to claim first? I'm going to let you choose
Give
now.
me top left. Looks like a
top
bottle
left?
cap silhouette.
It is a bottle cap. Congratulations.
Yeah, is it one of James's bottle caps?
Possibly. But a bottle cap in the main games allows you to raise a Pokemon's IV to up to the max.
Okay.
So they're pretty good items.
Nice.
All right. Second question. You'll be looking for the rock type amongst Barbaracle, Dedenne, Donphan, and Octillery.
Jesus Christ. This is actually hard now. I have no idea what a Barbaracle is. I haven't seen that thing before. And frankly, what the hell are you doing, Pokemon? Like, that is
it's
fucked
great.
up design.
I love it.
Dedenne.
Also, all answers, like last time, are alphabetically ordered. so you
Right.
cannot try to glean how I'm what order I'm putting the answers in.
Okay. I'm gonna need some help with this one. So
Okay.
can I get a dex entry for
For
Barbaracly?
Barbaracle.
Barbaracle.
Barbaracle from X and Y. From Y, Barbaracle's legs and hands have minds of their own, and they will move independently, but they usually follow the head's orders.
That doesn't tell me shit about type.
I didn't help much.
And in the episode, I don't remember it giving us any information about Octillery. Donphan, I feel like is normal. Maybe he could be rock, but I feel like he's normal. And then Dedenne, I don't know what that is. I think it's electric. So, I'm really fucked here, Kellan. I guess we'll go Barbaracle. It's a guess, though. But, yeah.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You got it. It's correct.
Whoa!
It's water rock.
Water
Dedenne is electric
rock.
fairy. Donphan is ground.
Oh,
And
it's
Octillery is water.
I thought it
I was hoping to
normal.
trick you, because in one of the episodes today, they talk about how Octillery has a rock-hard head.
Yeah,
and
I
he uses
thought
it to
maybe
bash
it
an
would
aquarium
swerve
open.
there, but but I was also like, if they do that, that's stupid. And I trusted in the system. So,
Well, you get to pick a second prize.
ooh, give me the
What
top
would you like to
right.
pick?
Looks like a teapot.
Top right? Well, it is a teapot, but it is also a cracked teapot.
Okay, is that good?
Yes, it doesn't really work as a teapot.
Oh,
But
it's
you
a
use it to
decorative-
evolve. You evolve as Sinistea into Poltegeist with it.
The fuck are those?
Ghost tea Pokemon.
Oh, my favorite kind of tea.
Yeah. All right, question number 3. You're looking for the grass type in amongst these 4: Dolive, Hoopa, Lurantis, and Sudowoodo.
The grass. Okay, we've had crazy rants about Sudowoodo so many times that I'm not so dumb that I forgot that. Now the rest of them are tricky though, because I have never heard of any of them. And Lurantis, Mantis, I would think that's part bug. Hoopa looks like a ghost. If that's grass, like holy fuck. Dolive is the grass looking one. It's got leaves on its head. And usually if you got leaves and you're not grass, like what are you doing? I guess like some of the exceptions could be like some of the shit on Gardevoir looks kind of grassy, but I'll still stick with that. If Dolive with olive in the name isn't grass, like that is a swerve. So I'm gonna go for Dolive.
Final answer.
Yeah, final answer. Dolive. Grass.
All right, I do have to say, I fucked up on this one. There are actually two right answers, and it'll only show one because I just fucked up the Photoshop. But Lurantis and Dolive are both grass types.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why I got my bug and grass confused. Lurantis is grass. Dolive is normal grass. Hoopa is either ghost psychic or dark psychic, I think, depending on the form. And yes, Sudowoodo is rock, as we have talked about.
Sure, but
making
Dolive
sure you
is
knew
grass. What?
Grass normal.
Oh, okay.
So you do get that one, even though it's red. That's my mistake. You're 3 for 3 now. Pick another prize.
I've never felt like this before. Give me the top center, looking like a train.
Center, you get an Assault Vest.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought it was a choo-choo.
You get a little Kevlar.
Okay, I'll need that
going forward
in the upcoming revolution. Thank you.
All right, question number 4. You're looking for the flying type in amongst Galarian Farfetch'd, Fezandipiti, Mantine, which is the other featured Pokemon of today, and Glalie.
Ooh, well, this is tricky again. So, Glalie I know is ice because I'm playing Platinum right now, and I've run into some of those. Farfetch'd is generally normal type. I don't know about the Galarian, what they did there. I doubt he's about flying. I think they went harder into that onion. He's just like onion type. He's made a new type.
A little hard to fly with that giant ass leak.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. Mantine could be flying. I'm not sure. But it'd be hard for like if the bird isn't flying, I'd be like, huh? So I'm gonna go Fezandipiti.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Well, it's actually Mantine.
Oh fuck, really?
Yeah. Mantine is water flying. It is known as the kite
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Wow.
Glalie is ice. Regular Farfetch'd is normal flying, but Galarian Farfetch'd is just fighting. And then Fezandipiti is poison fairy.
Ooh. I guess fairies throw a curve into everything because everything else is sort of like, oh, it looks like it has these aspects. Like it's got a leaf on it, it's grass. It's got a boulder, it's rock. But if something is a fairy, it's just like, oh, it's like, that's its vibe, right? It just says fairy vibe.
Yeah, I was also surprised that Fezandipity was not a flying type when
flying.
it came out.
Wow.
So, all right, well, no prize for you that time.
That's okay. We're
Question
feeling good.
5. Which of these is a steel type? Is it Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Iron Moth, or Iron Treads?
I know only one of them is steel.
Only one of them is steel. I am not tricking you with this one. The trick is that they all have iron in the name.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume they're all steel. That's crazy.
Yep, you would assume so.
Because even with them, like, retroactively making Magnemite steel and stuff like that, you're like, if it's got...
Well, these are all Paradox Mons, so they all have weird names, and all the future ones start with iron, but not all of them are
and
part
like,
steel.
it would be lame if all of the Paradox ones were steel. Like, that would make sense. So, okay. We've talked about Iron Bundle, because he's a Delibird before. I don't remember if they upgraded his type, though.
I'll tell you this: all Paradox Pokemon share one of their typings with the Pokemon they're based on.
Yeah, that'd be.
So
I would assume. So Delibird's
and then the second type, I think,
they
for
give
all
another-
of them are a different type than
Okay.
normal. And some of them have extra
I
types
think it's-
if they were based on a
I think
monotype.
it's Iron Treads, just looking on it. Now, you tilted your head. I don't know if that was...
No, I was
subtle
cracking
or-
my neck.
okay. I think it's Iron Treads.
Now, I heard a click. Are you researching?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not.
No, okay. Final Iron Treads, final answer?
Yeah.
Congratulations. It is Iron Treads.
Ooh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Iron Bundle is Ice Water. Iron Hands is Fighting Electric. And Iron Moth is, I think, Fire Poison.
Okay.
And then Iron Treads is Steel Ground.
I mean, it's just like if any of them were going to be not steel, which would be the most egregious, and it would be that one. Like, look, it's got a big old
Interesting.
cauldron in the middle, right? Big
Yeah.
old industrial vat just inside of
Well,
it.
it's where its robotic eyes are.
Oh,
Yeah, that's an eye you can see.
cool.
Yeah. All right, you got to pick another prize. You only got the bottom row now. What are you
Bottom
taking?
left.
Bottom left. You get some guy's wallet.
Oh,
Wow.
a Venonat.
It's
Wow.
Kofu's wallet from Gen 9. It's
Oh.
part of a quest.
His
You have
name's
to take the gym
Tofu?
leader's wallet. Kofu.
Oh, Kofu.
Kofu. You have to take his wallet to him, and then he'll fight you. He's a gym leader.
Sick.
All right. Final question. Which of these is a dragon type out of the 4 options? Now, the last question
Dragging
and this
these
one.
nuts.
The last question and this one don't have a random option because they're specifically designed in a certain reason.
Okay.
Your 4 options are Charizard, Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, and Gigantamax Charizard.
Which one did they tack dragon on?
Which one is actually a dragon?
So, they're all fire, I'm assuming. I guess you don't need to answer that, but
You still have a lifeline.
yeah. Okay, so one of the lifelines, can I use them both in one question? then?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean they're all Charizard, so etymology won't really get you anywhere.
No, that's the thing. Like what I do want from you, but I don't think you need to do this, is I'd like you to explain what megas are and what Gigantamax is, because they don't
I can do
remember.
that in place of your lifelines.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Megas are the kind of battle gimmick from Gen 6 that is coming back for Legend Za. It's kind of like a
Digivolution,
evolution,
yeah.
a Digivolution, in that it is a mid-battle transformation that goes away at the end of battle. Your Pokemon holds a Mega Stone. They can Mega Evolve, and they get a new form. They get higher stats, sometimes new
Right,
ability,
during
new
the
typing.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Gigantamax was part of the battle gimmick Dynamax in Gen 8 and Sword and Shield, where your Pokemon get really big.
Mhm.
Any Pokemon can Dynamax and get really big, but Gigantamax, only a select few Pokemon have a Gigantamax form, where they get really big, and they get a unique move based on that.
What does that mean, get really big? Is that another, like,
They-
part of
no,
the
they
battle
just
thing,
get-
or it's a certain... But
They
it's,
get really big.
but it's
just
also
in
a
battle.
Digivolution kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Like a
For 3 turns,
mid-battle thing?
they get giant, and they use different moves. And Gigantamax have specific G-Max moves.
Okay, well, I don't think it's regular Charizard. These fire...
better not
and then
think that.
Flying Fire, right? I think later.
Yes, I'll tell you that. much.
I also, based on you saying, oh, they get another move, I don't know if it's Gigantamax Charizard then either, but, I mean, it does look quite dragon-like. So, if they were going to get another type... Oh, and he doesn't have wings the same way. Oh. You know what? I'll go with that. Gigantamax Charizard. Final answer. Doesn't look like he has wings.
Final answer. Well,
Final answer.
it's actually Mega Charizard X.
Oh, shit.
All the rest of them are fire flying still.
That was my other guess.
Ah, you messed it up. No Gigantamax Pokemon actually changes typing.
Okay. I was going to I was leaning towards that till I noticed that it didn't really look like he had wings. Does he have wings? He's
I
got, like,
can't really tell.
fiery wings. I don't know.
They may just be made of fire.
Yeah, like a Balrog.
So,
What are
well,
the Rings fans?
you don't get any more prizes.
That's okay.
But we do add 4 prizes to your inventory alongside the slice of pineapple. You get a bottle cap, an assault vest, a cracked teapot, and a some guy's wallet.
I can't
which
wait
is probably the
to
best.
use
The best.
these in all of my quests, Kellan.
Probably
Thank
the
you.
best item there is some guy's random wallet.
Thank you, Kellan.
Well, that does it for the type
quests.
quiz. Let's get into the episodes, shall we? So, today, what are we talking about today? We got 2 episodes.
Yeah, what episodes are we doing, Kellan? Still in Whirl Islands, making our
We're
way
doing,
downtown to Red Rock Island.
Walking Fast, Strangers Pass, I'm homebound. Do.
Misty's
Episode
gonna win.
216, Mantine Overboard, and 217, Octillery The Outcast. Yes, more water Pokemon. Let's jump into Mantine Overboard.
Oh, the port city of Ogi they're in, and
Mhm.
there's a ferry they can take to Red Rock Isle. That's cool. But they're running late. That's too bad. They're running late because Ash ate too big of a breakfast. He took so long eating, they're missing the boat.
He ate too much lunch that he's too big and can't run, and he just had to have that creme brulee, which takes 20 minutes to make fresh. It was a real mess.
Creme brulee's taking 20 minutes.
The
The kitchen was behind. Yeah.
The kitchen, they were understaffed. It's a whole wage thing with the boss. It's a mess.
Come
The
on,
boss has been
port
stealing
city
the
of
tips.
Ogi. You've got
It's gross.
drama.
Well, there goes the ferry. They're too late. It's gone. And then some guy with an ascot tells them, hey, there's no more ferry today. It's only once a day. You're stuck here till tomorrow. And then ascot guy is never seen again.
Yeah, that's just random plot enabler. Pikachu's
Yeah.
very sad because of this. So what are they going to do? Let's head to the Poke Center.
Well, a pretty lady sees them first. I mean, she knows that they missed the ferry just by the way that they're moping. Brock's very excited, of course. This is Luca. She's been studying the Pokemon that inhabit these waters, and she says, "Hey, I'll give you a lift to Red Rock Isle in my boat." How amazing! She has a boat. Brock knew that she would save them from this terrible misfortune.
What a world where you can just trust strangers. Isn't that nice? But also, she
wish.
should not trust Brock. So
Nobody should be
There's
trusting
that.
Brock.
Misty pulls him away from the simping. Like, yo, you got a lot to learn, Brocky, buddy.
Meanwhile, Team Rocket, they're spying in from the Magikarp sub. Classic.
Yeah, Magikarp
they're just
Sub's
like,
back.
who the fuck is that woman? What's she doing here?
Yeah, I like that little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, here's her boat.
yeah, they all comment how it looks run down, rude. It is, passes the safety check, so I don't know. What
It looks a little rickety, but
Looks a
seems
little
to be safe.
weathered, looks a little used.
Brock thinks it's a vision of loveliness, just like her, though.
Oh,
So
of course.
there's that. They see her diving gear and like, oh wow, what do you do with this? Ash wonders. Ash,
What
she probably
are you?
dives.
You know what? I'll give that one to Ash because I think he's asking like
More
what-
specifics.
Yeah, like what gives? What are you, Luca? What's your
Who are
career? What's your
this
vocation?
mysterious woman.
Yeah.
Wow,
And there's also
fascinating.
an old sea map with an X on it. So Misty
Mhm.
yells, "That's a treasure map." And then we get into a crazy line, Kellan. Did you catch
this is
this
great.
line? This is great.
Yeah.
I freaked
Yeah,
out.
like you're searching for treasure. She's like, not far off. And they're like, you mean like gold and silver,
Gold and silver.
pearls and diamonds?
Pearls and diamonds. And then they go,
They just missed rubies and sapphires.
and then they go, and stuff. Which confirms
stuff?
it, Kellan. Pokemon stuff and Pokemon things. They're coming. Gen 10.
Then the third version is Pokemon junk drawer.
Oh, that's great.
Just all the
That's like
random
that's
shit
like
you
the
throw
DLC
in from the kitchen.
Pokemon junk.
Yeah. Just all the beta stuff.
I'm pretty
they didn't
surprised Diamond and
do anything
Pearl
with.
was in that, though.
Yeah. I mean, that had to just be a
It
coincidence.
had to have been, but it felt so weirdly deliberate, right? Like,
Mhm.
because of the gold and silver drop. It's weird they never said crystal, though.
Yeah, if they were going for something deliberate, they should have done Ruby and Sapphire. That would have been like the whoa, that
Yeah,
was
that
coming.
would have
They
been
knew
the
about it.
tease. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, not exactly. They're not looking for that kind of stuff. No pearls and diamonds. They're just looking for X's and Y's, suns and moons.
Yeah, gotta get my
Um,
swords and shields up.
Her family had researched the sea for 3 generations. This was her great-grandfather's map. He acquired an actual silver wing. It was a clue for a mysterious Pokemon, perhaps the same one the gang saw.
Now this could be cool depending on if this goes anywhere. Cause remind me, Kellan, in the gold and silver crystal, heart gold, heart silver, that is you need the silver wing to get to Lugia, right? Or do you even get into the
Correct.
Whirl Islands? I don't remember when you use it.
I think you can get into the Whirl Islands, but you won't see Lugia until you have the silver wing.
Okay. And where do you get it? On Cianwood?
No, you get it from in Silver and Soul Silver. You get it from the director of the radio tower after you
Oh, right.
clear out Team Rocket. Otherwise, you just get it at Pewter City from that one random guy who has it for some reason.
Cool.
He just has the other versions thing.
Right. So if you're playing gold, you get the silvers. If you're playing silver, you get the golds. Gotcha. I actually deliberately got as a kid. Tell me if this is smart. I deliberately wanted gold because I knew about that Lugia was the higher leveled one in gold. So I deliberately wanted gold so that you get the stronger Lugia. I don't know if
Yeah,
that
I think
made
you've
sense,
told me about that.
but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of makes sense. I would just want the cool one that I like on the box art. So then I have the box art there with the cool Pokemon.
That makes sense too, but I don't
Yeah.
know. That's what I thought.
Well, he great grandpa was returning with this silver wing when his ship, they were caught in a whirlpool and the wing sunk to the bottom of the ocean. The ship was destroyed. Nobody died. Don't worry. This horrific storm in the middle of the ocean, everyone got off scot-free. This is a children's show.
Yeah, that definitely was their way of being like, we're about to tell a harrowing story. But it's not that harrowing. Don't worry. PG.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
G-rated harrowing story.
But no one actually believed Great Grandpa when he told them about finding the silver wing because he didn't have it. Pixar didn't happen, Grandpa. Come on.
Yeah, totally. It's also funny that I kind of took this to be also that no one believed him. It's just no one knew the significance of it. Even if he's like, and I had the silver wing, and they're like, what's that?
who?
Is that important? Is this supposed to mean something?
Was
to
it?
me? Yeah.
The what? There was a thing? Huh? I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Luke is determined to find this wing to clear her great grandfather's name, and she thinks she's got it with her computer and her map. She found it or something.
And then we get the greatest
with her computer
detective line, Kellan.
What is it? I don't have it written
goes,
down.
I get it. That's why you put an X on the map.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I've deduced the location of the silver wing. I get it. That's why you put an X on the map. Fuck, that's funny.
But Brock and Ash, they're super into this. They want to go down with her, and she's like, sure, I'll take these random children. Probably don't have scuba
licenses. We can go.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Well, Team Rocket, this was a great bit. I loved this. Team Rocket, their Magikarp sub has a giant stethoscope up against up against Luca's boat, listening in.
That was funny.
Brilliant.
That is funny.
Great prop comedy.
That's a nice one. Nice little touch.
James just wants to steal the silver wing, but no, of course, the plan is let them find it, then steal it. Minimum effort, maximum profit.
Yeah, we've been here before. Come
Corporation.
On.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Trimming the fat.
So they're going to dive in, but they need some help. Luca's got, don't worry about this, everybody, 3 Magikarp. This is going to be great.
Day is saved. I was
gonna kill it.
Huh? Okay. So they get in their diving gear, and I guess these 3 Magikarp are going to be useful-ish. We'll see. Pikachu has to wait up top.
He's so upset. He's so sad.
He wants in the water. They're like, Pikachu, don't. You'll drown. Pikachu, wait. So what they do is they hug onto the Magikarp swim them down. They've actually got a utility here. It's nice. We see lots of different water Pokemon in the ocean. It feels alive. This is very nice. Ash is talking up to Brock using their comm system.
So yeah, when they dive out the boat, doing the diver backward thing, and Pikachu almost goes to dive backwards. That's cute. It is.
Yeah, he's got to imitate everything. Too.
It's so adorable. Yeah, they're underwater. They find the ship. Now they're just straight up walking on the ocean floor, which I thought was odd.
That takes some skills.
Yeah. Or did they add rocks to their boots or something?
Got some weights. I don't know.
Yeah. But the Magikarp go look into the ship, and oh my goodness, it's a Mantine.
We get some nice music around here too. This mysterious kind of. I thought it was a new song too. I liked it.
Possibly. Ash just knows that this is a Mantine too.
Yeah, he's been
he doesn't have his dex
studying
with
for
him,
once.
so he doesn't have his dex with him. I think is what that's about. He can't just be like, "What's that?" and then pull out the dex because then it would electrocute everybody.
Right. So instead, he says it's a Mantine, and Brock up surface is Dexin. So we do get what the Mantine is. Are you going to teach me about Mantine?
What's the
It's
alternative?
about
You teach
time.
me.
And I'll teach you Pokemon. Okay, so
Gotta get your mouth.
is this no Octillery's an evolved Remoraid? Is Mantine a one-off, or does it from a line?
Mantine was a single stage Pokemon until Gen 4, then it got a baby in Mantike.
Okay, great. Is it
Yeah.
any good, Mantine?
It's pretty good. It's got
okay.
some crazy special bulk. It is very specially defensive.
Oh, so
that's
it can
kind of
take
its claim.
Magical hit. Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty good, at least casually. I always say that because I don't want someone in the comments being like, actually, Mantine is very bad because in competitive. I don't know all the competitive stuff. It's good casually.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Yeah, we should.
Shut up,
We should.
imaginative.
No one's ever
commentator.
said that to you, so you're just like
because I
making up
always
people, but...
because I always disclaim that.
Yeah.
With the casually, it's good.
And disclaimers always shut down haters. We know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, Mantine's pretty good. I enjoy using it. And as you learned, it's water flying.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
And it does have
yeah.
It does have a connection to Remoraid, as we see in this episode, because up until Gen 4, Mantine was always depicted with a Remoraid attached to its wing.
Oh, interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
they clearly model it after these like symbiotic relationships with a large sea creature and then smaller sea creatures where they like feed off of each other, gather krill, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to get into that. There is a symbiotic relationship here. It doesn't have to do with food necessarily, but
what's funny about this relationship is that, like, in Gold's dex, it says, as it majestically swims, it doesn't care if Remoraid attached to it for scavenging its leftovers. So it's a whole lore thing that Remoraid and Mantine have this kind of symbiotic relationship. What's funny, though, is that come Gen 4, when Mantine got Mantike as a baby, Mantike's evolution requirement to evolve into Mantine is that it levels up with a Remoraid in the party. So it needs a Remoraid to evolve. But then in Gen 4 onwards, aside from its model in Pokemon Home, which is based off its official artwork, which has a Remoraid in it, past Gen 4 onwards, Mantine is not depicted with a Remoraid attached to it.
Meaning they just dropped that idea or what?
They just kind of scrapped it in the sprite work, at least.
Oh, okay.
Like, the moment that they make Remoraid and Mantine like an actual game mechanic together is the moment that they stopped depicting Mantine with a Remoraid on it.
Okay,
which
that
I
is
find
actually
odd.
weird. That is weird. Because I was going to say, okay, maybe it's because, well, a mechanic never came. But you're saying the moment that they actually committed in-game to having a mechanic that captures a symbiotic relationship, they stopped including them in this. That's weird. That is weird.
Mantike can only evolve with a Remoraid in the party. But any game in which Mantike is there and evolves into Mantine, Mantine does not have a Remoraid on its wing.
Okay.
And like maybe that's a continuity thing, because then it doesn't create like a separate Remoraid to attach to its wing, quote unquote.
I mean, they're fine with weird Kangaskhan stuff, though.
Yeah.
So
like shit comes out of the egg with another baby. Like,
yeah.
You would think that would be fine.
Yeah, this is
I just found that very
our problems here.
Very strange. Yeah. Anyway, anything else about Mantine? I don't know.
No, we can keep going. I've learned.
It's a fun. I really like Mantine. I think it's underrated.
Yeah, I don't remember this thing, so
I love it. It's a manta ray. Manta rays are cool.
It's all smiley.
Except for that one that killed Steve Irwin.
Oh, dark.
Damn you.
What type was it?
Steve Electric, I think. Steve Irwin would want us to forgive it, though. So
that's true. And it wasn't a Mantine. Mantine gets away with murder.
Well, this Mantine at the boat scares away the Magikarp.
Yeah, they run back to Luca.
It seems to be guarding the ship.
Oh, yeah, and it's a furious guardian. It seems quite strong, actually. They're a little bit tense about what to do with this high-level Mantine. Back on the boat, we got to come up with a plan, gang.
Well, Magikarp, hey, maybe they can distract the Mantine while we go into the ship. Pikachu can distract them too, Ash says. He gets really excited that he gets to help, and They're like, his Thunderbolt can do the job. I feel like that's a terrible idea, but whatever.
I thought
But
so
Pikachu
too, but
flexes.
okay.
He does a little flex. He's ready to go, and it's so cute. And then the next shot is even cuter because he's got his little fucking swimming gear on. He's got little
Amazing. The
flippers.
scuba gear is perfect. Scuba Pikachu is the hero of the people. However, Kellan, why do they just have Pikachu-sized scuba gear? Is this a normal occurrence? Or is it one for, like, children? But they are children. This is the
Maybe
children's children.
Maybe they ran to the store. I don't know. Maybe there's probably a scuba store
Oh, you
nearby.
think
It's
they
the
went
port
in
city.
porches? They went and rented
Maybe.
it or something? Okay.
They went down to the docks, found the
The
thing, had to stand
specialized
there.
Pikachu scuba shop.
They had to stand there for 30 minutes because the one guy that works there was on break. He was on lunch.
Yeah.
But no, it's the cutest thing.
Very cute. Pikachu
Oh,
likes
I love it.
Pikachu loves it, loves being included. We see Pikachu underwater, just loving splashing around,
Mhm.
swimming. They're at the shipwreck. Luca's gonna split up. I don't really remember why. They're gonna go different ways. Ash, Pikachu, and a Magikarp. Oh, because they're gonna distract Mantine, and Luca's gonna do the
Yes.
rest. That's why. Okay. So Ash, Pikachu, and Magikarp. One of the Magikarps distracting the Mantine. Mantine swoops at them with some kind of attack. Luca's swimming into the ship, and she sees some eyes in the darkness.
And Pikachu gets up on top of the Mantine. And he goes for a Thunderbolt, but oh no, he gets water gunned first. And there's a Remoraid. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
We've seen these
Remoraid's
guys.
got Mantine's back. We've seen Remoraid a few times now. There was that
Gunfish.
one episode where it was like, oh, we haven't seen them in a long time. Maybe they've died out. And then they've been like in every fucking episode. So like whatever.
They've been all over the place. And so inside the Shining Eyes, that was also a Remoraid. And it hits Luca with a water gun. She gets thrown out of the ship, and Ash is very confused. We got to retreat. We got to take another stab at this. Different plan. Team Rocket, though, they're appalled that they didn't even come within a nautical mile of that treasure.
Oh, that's good.
Now, is this a light speed thing or light? Yeah, is this like a light year thing mistake? What is a nautical mile?
No, that's just like a joke.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, maybe it's another funny measurement joke that they didn't think through, like the light year thing.
It's just a unit of length.
Well, I feel like they were within at least a mile, so.
Yeah.
Tisk,
It
tisk.
is
Anyway,
not a
whatever.
mile. It's not equal to a mile. It's
It's like a little more than a mile, I think. It looks like.
yeah,
Slightly
it's
longer than a mile
than
on land.
Yeah.
Equaling 1.1508 land measured miles.
Hey,
So there you
I think
go.
it's got to do with because it's taking the fact that the Earth is curved more into account.
But is it?
What's the idea? Oh,
Is it
the
curved?
Earth curved? I don't know. Is
Is it
Johto curved?
We don't know.
That's why I don't
Maybe.
believe Pokemon because they don't have flat earthers. Okay.
Mm.
Have there been conspiracy theorists
There
in
should be.
Pokemon? I mean, I feel like the
probably.
villains in Black and White are like the closest to that, but
I think the
they
villains are
kind of
probably
have
always.
a point. So
Yeah. Well, they have a point, but their leader is using them.
yeah,
So it's
manipulating
a
it.
weird cult thing. Yeah. It's
True.
almost like it's parallel to what happens in the real world.
Ooh.
Well, anyway, nautical mile, that didn't go anywhere. Jesse is very impressed by the Mantine. Maybe we get that instead.
Hmm.
In with the slightly more work than before, but still pretty good plan.
Yeah, that's a good slogan for
That's
the
a good
board
one.
to review. Back on the boat, the gang needs a new plan. Okay, so Misty's like,
Plan
what
C.
about all of my water Pokemon and all of Ash's water Pokemon? And
Oh, one
they
of his.
really do use all of their Pokemon, don't they?
Almost. There's, Totodile. Misty's got her diving gear on now. Staryu's, Corsola. Psyduck tries to help, but again,
no
he can't
Poliwhirl.
swim.
She doesn't use
No Poliwhirl, no Goldeen.
Yeah.
But Psyduck gets life preservered up, which was
Yeah, he's
just a great image.
not doing too much this episode.
I was a big fan of that. So down we go again. We see there's a bit of a tussle going on at the boat. Mantine is fighting off the sub. Wow, great. It's distracted. Now's our chance. So they go into the boat
Yeah,
again.
Team Rocket's
They're searching
helping
around.
them inadvertently.
Yeah, Luca finds a school of little baby Remoraid. Oh my god,
Yeah,
they're so
tons
cute.
of them. And so this is what's going on. They speculate
stinking cute.
correctly. The other two Remoraid who'd been defending them off are the parents. What's the Mantine
why the
doing?
Mantine?
Yeah. Is this some kind of new age thruple we've read about?
This boat's actually a polycule.
Yeah. They grow their own sea radishes.
All
It's,
the Pokemon are
self-sustaining.
invited. Any Pokemon that comes into the boat has to drop off their car keys at the front.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's what they're getting mad at. Just that. Well, humans aren't invited to the orgy.
No. That's illegal. Not on the human laws, but the water Pokemon laws.
Yeah, they got their own
In their
judicial
world.
system down here.
Yeah. Outside, we see Mantine giving Team Rocket the business.
Yeah, getting
And suddenly it
pounded.
stops. Yeah. And it just stops for some reason. And so they break in the side of the boat to get this treasure, and the Remoraid all scatter. We see they were huddled over a chest.
Yeah, we can see the Team Rocket sub is like smashed through part of a wall now, and we get a pretty fun chant here. Team Rocket's like, "Behold!"
Yeah, the eyes of the Magikarp project a film screen. And on the film screen, hello, I'm Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question.
It kind of has
He's a
that
man
feel.
not entitled to the sweat of his brow. I've been playing Bioshock. Again.
It kind of reminded me too. I mean, that was a good reference. It also reminds me. I was expecting like, "Hello, it's Troy McClure, star of such films as
You might know me from."
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then I don't remember, but
But now they come up, lights, camera, and prepare for trouble. Like the feature, we'll make it double. That's a good pun. I like that.
that's good.
But I like this because it makes the editing of their motto make sense. Like it's always like it's a film.
Yeah.
When they're standing on
It's
the earth
performative,
in a
yeah.
regular motto, that doesn't make any sense in the world of Pokemon that we're living in.
Right.
But this makes perfect sense. It's a film.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
a stupid green screen thing that they filmed in their garage. You know? It's great.
Great. And the end. They end it off with. So they take the chest nice and easy. That's a wrap.
Yeah,
We
treasured
really
our
treasured
time.
our time together. They get out.
Battle music's
Uh,
kicking in though as Team
mhm.
Rocket flees because Mantine is in for some man time with attacking the sub.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Meowth's like, okay, Meowth hits his button, and like a weird sticky thing comes from like the mouth
Yeah.
of the sub. So that was something. I don't really know what's going on
This
there.
big tongue
sticky
thing.
wad thing.
Yeah, like a giant, massive, oversized, comically oversized wad of like bubble gum,
Yeah, totally.
but like blue or something.
right.
I don't know. But he sticks it. He's happy that he sticks it with an internet purchase that actually worked.
Mm.
To which I thought that line was great. And
That is a good one.
we have a question from this week from Tristan, just a woodchuck from Vermont, who asks, "What other purchases do you think they've made over the years that haven't worked?"
I mean, don't we see them every week?
We see many of them, I feel, but like, what are the ones we don't see? You know, like
The ones that don't make it on. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes they go back to pits. So I think that there's like stuff that they've tried with pits that haven't worked out. Like I could see James falling for something that's like, I got a pit kit. It's the pit kit. They're selling it online. Everybody needs a pit kit. And then it's like just like a shovel. It's like not even a good shovel. And he's like, fuck. Something around pits.
It's not the internet, but I think Meowth would be a real sucker for the as seen on TV products, for those infomercials.
And
he'd
James
have
too, I think.
He'd have a slap chop. He'd have a sticky. He'd have all that crap.
Oh, yeah.
Meowth's watching QVC all day, every day. He'd have a baloney
And
folder.
I think James would be egging him on because I think James would be sucked into the, but if you
Yeah.
don't call now, you'll miss out. Like that kind
he
of
would.
thing.
Yeah. If we don't buy it now, we're losing money.
Exactly.
Did you see how many Zorbies you get? It's 10 Zorbies for only $14.99.
And a full 24-piece knife set for free? Meow. We cannot miss
We
out
gotta
on that.
do it. We can't miss this deal. Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, I think you're into
QVC.
that. I mean, plus, like, they just are so 90s. I don't think they're even buying
yeah.
stuff online. I think they're buying stuff over the phone.
I really want to like get a hold of every product Billy Mays ever did a commercial for.
What a crazy collection.
and like tier list it. It'd be such a good video. Get every single Billy Mays product. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that was a good video idea.
What a video that would be. That would cost way too much money though.
I know. That's one of those that
That's where we plug the Patreon.
streamers
All right,
do when they have too much money.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do with it.
But the content, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, content brain.
Well, the Remoraid, free the Mantine with a blast of water. They blast the sub with a water gun. Lucas sees this now. Oh my god, they protect each other. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, they live together and help each other, so that's nice.
It's almost like we talked about that already.
Yeah, what is the... Okay, so the Mantine benefits just because the Remoraids will have its back. I guess they're both, like, beefing.
I guess.
There's a lot of turf wars down here, so they had to team up.
Yeah, like, looking at dex entries, like, past Diamond and Pearl, it still mentions, like, their relationship with Remoraid. It just talks about how, like, it doesn't care if Remoraid is attached to it. It ignores the Remoraid that cling to it. So I don't know what Mantine is getting from this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Remoraid's dexes.
Yeah, it doesn't really say that.
They just they cling to its underside to scavenge for leftovers. Maybe scavenging for the leftovers on Mantine keep it clean. Maybe they're like suckerfish.
It's probably something like that. Yeah, like that kind of makes sense. And I'm guessing this is inspired by an actual symbiotic relationship. You know, you hear about those like rhinos and certain birds, and maybe it's similar to that, like or buffalo and birds or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The bird gets to eat, and the bigger animal gets clean. So yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Like that.
Remoras, a kind of suckerfish. They cling to manta rays.
That's it.
That's what it is. Fascinating. God, the sea is cool.
Oh yeah, wild shit.
Man. All right. Well, we know about the symbiotic relationship now. So the sub shoots a net out. The Watermons just all rip it apart, though. It's nothing. It's whatever. Battle music is ripping through all of this. I thought this was a great sequence.
Very nice. Team Rocket's fleeing away. They're pedaling. They look tired.
They're going to take the
it's
coward's way
working.
out.
And they're going too fast for Ash, okay? But then Mantine's like, bro, good idea.
God, so good.
So Ash gets on the Mantine. Wow. They're
sick.
Speeding after Team Rocket.
And great detective line from Team Rocket this time. One of them goes, think they're still mad about the treasure chest?
That's a good one.
Maybe a little bit, because they've still got the treasure chest in their hands.
You think they've gotten over this yet?
Oh, and then
like
another amazing... This is a great Pikachu episode, because Mantine goes up to the sub, Finn right up to the window, Pikachu just nonchalantly walks up to the window, knocks on it, and inside Team Rocket, they're like, oh, someone's here. We have a visitor. I'll get it. You wait here. And it's Pikachu with his evil grin.
Yeah, he's got that, like, Pikachu death glare look going. It's so good.
Oh, my God. And so he thunderbolts in the middle of the ocean, which I feel like that's bad and would kill many a water Pokemon.
Wow, okay, so I was starting to Google to see if, this is frightening. I was starting to Google what would happen if, because I wanted to then feel like, okay, electrocute in the ocean. And the top fill-in on Google for that is what would happen if the U.S. invaded Canada.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Google. I am this close. You can't see my fingers, but they are about 0.5 millimeter apart. I am this close to switching from Google to something else.
I know.
Because Google kind of fucking sucks right now.
The electrical charge spreads rapidly across the water surface. Okay. That's the water surface. So what happens if there's lightning in the ocean? Like inside of it?
I don't know if that's something we've ever pondered. Science doesn't have an answer because science has never asked the question.
Oh. What happens if electricity is in the ocean?
What happens if a fish gets struck by lightning?
Yeah, I mean, it would spread quite a bit. It does dissipate, though, over a large body of water. So apparently it would be limited to a relatively small area around the source. I don't really see anything that says what that perimeter looks like, though, like how big it is. But it is saying that like it does dissipate somewhat quickly. So it like spreads out from the source, but only to an extent. Like it doesn't like go indefinite, obviously. So.
Well, I feel like this is something we need to test. A few fish may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for science.
Okay. Well, that is your right. So we should do it.
Yeah.
It's our divine right to electrocute the ocean.
Fish. Get some nice, perfectly cooked salmon, float up to the top. Ooh.
Yeah, you think that'll work?
Yeah,
we won't burn them at all.
Get a 450-degree lightning bolt come down. Bam.
Oh, that'll be charbroiled.
Ah.
We're making po' boys. Charbroiled catfish.
Beautiful.
Yeehaw.
So the Team Rocket goes splashing off again. regardless of if this lightning bolt should fry up the entire ocean or not. And so Mantine and Ash, they breach out of the water, snag the treasure chest from out of the air.
Yeah,
this
very
is
cool.
sick. Because, Mantine can fly. It's a flying type. It's based on a kite as well. Because, like, its tail flows like a kite tail. That's what that's supposed to be like. I wonder, I don't think did they ever make a Mantine kite? I gotta look that up now. Mantine kite. Because no, I don't think they did. That is a missed opportunity. It's literally the kite
It's
Pokemon.
literally a kite.
Oh my god. Well.
Sunset now.
Yep. Thank God. The gang and the Mantine and Remoraid, they all thank each other. They say goodbye. The Mantine and Remoraid going back down to their Polycule. Let's open that chest. And dun 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 dun. It's a box.
Yeah, Brock's like, well, hopefully the Silverwing's inside of that.
or to quote my brother Nolan, who's been on the podcast, in our old home Christmas videos, a box for a present.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's inside of that one. And there it is. The silver wing. It glows. It's stunning. It's beautiful.
Great Grandpa was right.
It was true all along. And it also is going to help Luca's study the mysterious water Pokemon and prove that it exists. Thank God.
I'm going to study this thing, and hopefully this comes back. I really do not want this to be the end of that.
God, that would be the worst.
Yeah. You never know with
I will
Pokemon.
not confirm or deny.
Okay.
But hey, look, there's an island.
Red Rock
it's the next morning.
We're doing it.
It's where the Whirl Cup is going to be, so we got to prepare for the Whirl Cup, and that's the episode. Now, I got to say, I thought that episode was fantastic.
Pretty good. No, I liked this one, too.
I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. I was into this one, too.
It wasn't as banging as, like, the Pikahuna or Fly Me to the Moon, but I finished the episode, and I was just like, that was a great 20 minutes of television.
It was pretty fun. I mean, it's nice when we get a fun, exciting setting like that, right? And it's got a hook that wasn't completely stupid. And Luca was a decent character of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, and seeing the Mantine in action was a lot of fun, too. So, yeah.
And also their stupid plan didn't just immediately work. Like, they had to go, they went down 3 times.
There was a little bit of problem solving. A little bit. That's better. Yeah.
So that was good. So, yeah, great episode.
Literary error this week, the trope I'm thinking of is family honor, right? Luca's driven to find the Silver Wing because of what she sees as kind of a blemish on her family's history. Mostly that people didn't believe her grandpa, right? She's like, my grandpa was right about something, and I need to show the world that that his honor was valid. Makes me think of there's tons of examples about this in Lord of the Rings of honoring your family. We've got Boromir and the stewards, of Gondor. So waiting kind of, and their duty as leaders, but in a different way and keeping the throne there. And then Aragorn's also got this like different sort of approach with honor about his ties to Isildur, right? And the sins of Isildur with keeping the ring. He's kind of always haunted about that. And you see him thinking about things that go back to debts about his older family and stuff like that. So, but another one, since, I'm not allowed to talk about Lord of the Rings exclusively, in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Hey!
Yeah, great classic book.
That's the book. That's the book. That's what we named it after. Wow, incredible.
I believe it's Atticus's sister Alexandra, so that's Aunt Alexandra, who thinks that the Finches are, they're a reputable family, right? And our family name.
I thought you were talking about birds.
No, the family name.
The Finches. Yeah.
So she's always telling Scout, who likes to kind of play rough and in the dirt, to be more ladylike because you represent the Finches, right?
Ugh.
So that's actually a subversion of that because that's kind of like an icky version of family honor.
Gross.
Yeah.
We're in 2025. We moved past that.
Okay, but that
Canceled.
book isn't about 2025.
Canceled.
Sure.
We gotta make To Kill a Mockingbird woke again.
It is a woke book.
No, nothing that's older than 2020 can be woke.
No, I know. But
by definition.
If someone was doing that, I'd be like, but it has like so many progressive concepts. I mean, it has some dated ones too. It is old as shit. But anyways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's rate.
Right, so this is the 4-board, the classic ping pong pitcher objective rankings. This is where we pull categories from the pitcher at random. These are the categories we'll rank the episode based on, and we will rank them on nothing else but these two categories. What do we have first? Kellan.
First category will be the horny Brock moments.
Oh, well, he's hitting on Luca a bunch. So those are the main ones. They're kind of top-loaded, right? Most of them happen at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And then they kind of simmer.
Yeah. So she introduces him, like, what's your lovely name? He asks, I can help with your research. So no real lines there. But, when I first set eyes on you.
Horny, yeah.
Yeah, that you would save us all from this terrible misfortune. On the boat, he's just really excited by everything. There's no real lines.
Kind of classic simping. Like he wants to do anything she suggests. He doesn't care if the boat is safe. He's into it regardless. That kind of stuff. I think the main one is like where he's just like first introducing himself. He's like, I'm a breeder, and I gotta learn about you and blah, 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 because I normally study Pokemon, but I want to study love. And Misty's like, you got a lot to learn, buddy. That was the main moment. Kind of funny. Kind of weird.
Yeah, not much. I looked at the end. There wasn't anything when they were, like, saying goodbye of, like, I'll love you forever, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, not much. Not much of anything. It's pretty weak sauce on...
Well, not bad, though. I mean, he was definitely horny this episode, but, I mean, they're not that funny or anything. They're kind of weird. And they're not so weird they're notable either. They're just like, okay, Brock. So, yeah, it's below average, I suppose.
4.1.
But he is really feeling it at the same time. In the first part of the episode, he's like, So I'm going to go 4.8.
0.8. So that's 4.45. For Horny Brock moments, second category will be Sunset Boulevard. We're taking a trip down.
Okay, well, we end with a good sunset.
To the boulevard. We do. So that's like...
So if a sunset's at the end...
That's like the thing.
What is that? Is that full points or it's at least a 5? I don't remember your thing. Or is it 7.5?
The grades, the scale changes every time. My thought was... It can't quite be a 10 because there have been episodes with multiple sunsets and stuff, but like a sunset at the end is good. That is some solid sunsetting. That, to me, at this moment in time, that's 7.5.
Okay. I mean,
your scale could be different.
No. Yeah, I was going to say around that. 7.5, sure.
All right, 7.5 then for that flat. Overall, for Mantine Overboard, 5.975.
Okay. I mean, that was a nice episode. I liked it.
I'd give it some more, but...
It's better.
Oh, well.
I liked it a little bit more than this next one. This next one's still good, and we do get some good progression here as well. And you know what? I like the themes, too. But it's just a little... There's something about it that's a little corny. So let's get into it.
It's a fun episode.
217, Octillery The Outcast. We've arrived at Red Rock Isle. Posters up everywhere with the competition symbol on them. That's kind of nice to see in the background, because we're here for the Whirl Cup, baby. Ash is cocky as fuck, and Misty is cockier. They're both like, I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. I have to win. Everybody loves me. Blah, blah, blah. My cock is the size of Texas.
Noctowl, get back in your ball.
Yeah.
So, they gotta go register for the preliminaries first. Team Rocket, they're spying in. James wants to grab all the Pokemon here, open up a water Pokemon park, which sounds wonderful, actually.
Yeah, good idea.
Just do that.
Good answer, Team Rocket. Good answer.
Joy is registering people. Long line. Brock flirts, but she's all business. She doesn't care.
I like how she just
whatever.
She plain ignores him. She's just like, "Are you here to enter?" And Misty's gonna push him away because Ash and Misty are gonna enter.
Well, Brock's here to enter into a lifelong relationship with her.
He proposed so quick. Oh my god.
Well, Ash and Misty register up. So we learned the prelims are gonna be in several stadiums around the city. How many rounds, though? Well, after the prelims, the finals consist of 64 people in a bracket. So the prelims last for however many rounds it needs to get down to that many people. Based on this number of entrants, you need 2 wins. It would seem to get you into the finals.
And Ash and Misty are so cocky, blah, blah, blah. They're outside. They're warming up their fists, and they're hollering and waving around. And a blue-haired boy comes by.
They're enjoying a popsicle.
And it's like, are you here to fight?
Are you fighting the World Cup? And like, yeah. And he's like, fight me. Come here,
right now,
bitch.
battle my Remoraid.
Do it, you won't.
He's got to have this Remoraid evolve into an Octillery ASAP.
Right now. So he leads them to some battlefield. We get like a vision of what the stadium will be, and it basically it's that if a Pokemon can function on both land and sea, then you'll be at an advantage.
Yeah,
So
it's got
that's
like
why he needs
kind of
Octillery.
parts sticking out of the water, rock parts that they can stand on, as well as water around it. So Misty's like, you know what? I'll fight because I haven't had a
Sure.
chance to train Corsola yet. Wow, entering this crazy competition, being so cocky with an untrained Pokemon. That's so smart, Misty.
Well, Ash has done that too, and
And
won.
So Blue Hair is going to use Remoraid. And have we learned Blue Hair's name yet? Or
We
should I
don't
keep
learn
calling
it
him
yet. We
Blue?
never get the proper introduction, but his name is Marcellus.
Marcellus Wallace is going to use Remoraid. Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch, Kellan? Sorry.
Maybe a little bit.
And you've never seen Pulp Fiction, have you?
I have no idea
Oh
what
my
that
God.
reference was.
Oh, God.
It's on Pulp Fiction's on the list. Don't worry. I'll get to it at some point.
that you'd like it. You would like it, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah. It's an interesting movie, very quotable. So, Corsola up against Corsola. So, the Remoraid starts with a water gun. We get Corsola's Mirror Coat. Remember, it's got Mirror Coat in the anime. Very nice. I think you said it doesn't in the game, though.
No, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay, cool.
I was impressed by the accuracy
right.
in the game, in the show, rather.
So, the rebounded water gun hits the Remoraid. So,
Goes for a
Corsola's
tackle.
going to go in for a tackle. Remoraid
Dodge.
dodges. Hits a rock. Boom.
Just bonks into a spire.
Yeah.
Thunk. Misty can't find Remoraid, and suddenly a giant wave appears behind this
what's
kid,
that move? Surf?
which was wild. I mean, it could be, but that was so cool how it just showed up, and then Remoraid's just riding it. Oh my god!
And water guns out of the wave for a KO.
And he starts to glow.
What's
and
happening?
The kid's like, "What's happening to Remoraid, kid? This is what you've been wanting for how
what
long?
are my goals about?"
God, Jesus. Ugh. Well, it evolves into Octillery, and we get an incredible cry from Octillery in this episode. Sounds like a balloon deflating. It's like,
Yeah, he kind of has a comical noise, doesn't he? Very animated. Very Saturday morning cartoon. This is the jet Pokemon. So, Octillery, you've told me before about how there was like an old design where Remoraid was going to be like a gun and it was going to evolve into like a cannon. And they sort of like backed off on that a little bit, but pieces of that are still here. That's why it turns into an octopus, because the idea is that it's like, there's supposed to be like weapon themed water Pokemon, right?
Like Remoraid, you can still see the gun influence in its design in the handle, and then its front fin is like a trigger. Octillery lost a lot of the tank influence.
Yeah, like you kind of need this explained to see. I wouldn't jump to those conclusions. I think I will
show you the tank
that
sprite from the
hits
beta.
Your head, like the main thing that bounces in my head when I see this is like, you mean a fish is turning into an octopus?
Yeah,
Why?
It's always been a confusing
that's
evolution.
a little tankier. Got it.
It's always been one of those where people are like, "What? Why does Remoraid evolve into that?"
Yeah.
Like there is no visual connection. You can't really. It doesn't make sense in your brain.
You know
but
what?
when you can see the beta sprites, it makes a little more sense.
It's kind of actually cool that they themed this episode around that then, because they're sort of like, you know what? We hear you. It's surprising that it becomes an octopus. Let's make the episode about how weird that is.
That's kind of true.
That's kind of true.
But yeah, no, so it's supposed to be based on a tank. It lost a lot of that from beta to proper release. So it kind of is just an octopus with a long snout nose mouth thing that spits ink. But the dex does corroborate that it has like a rock hard head. So it still, I guess, has the tough exterior that a tank would have.
Yeah, they do kind of push that in there a little bit, but tell me about Octillery. Do you like this thing? Is it any good?
It's an alright Pokemon. It's got good attack stats.
Yeah.
It's probably below average,
Is it
but
just
I've
water?
always really liked it. Just water.
Okay.
I've always liked Octillery, and I'm going to prove that Octillery is a usable Pokemon, because I started up last night, as of recording this, I started up a new stream series. We're going to do a full 100% plus run of Pokemon Coliseum, because I've never done that. I've had the game for like 2 decades, and I've beaten it multiple times. I've never fully 100% completed the game.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use an Octillery, and I'm going to prove that Octillery
Pokemon Coliseum
can hold
on
its own.
GameCube, one of the sort of hidden gem Pokemon games. Very interesting.
So join me on Twitch for that. Twitch.tv/HydroLeech. Follow. Click the bell, baby.
Click that bell.
And you'll see Octillery get used.
All right, cool.
But no, most people I feel like don't really care about Octillery,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
sleep on Octillery.
Yeah.
Well, we're bullish on Octillery. Octillery to the moon. Because this is a water Pokemon
also,
that can battle on land. What, Kellan?
Also, come Gen 6, it gets access to the ability Sniper. So that helps.
It's
that helps
a big
with the
sniper
tank
rifle.
Cool. Yeah. So anyway, so it can battle on sea and land. Fantastic.
Then they cut to a sunset, and Misty and Marcellus, they're thanking each other. Everyone's supporting each other. Good vibes
This is like if the episode ended on Octillery evolving. Like, this is the end of another episode where we spent the whole thing getting Remoraid to evolve.
Yeah, it does.
But just in the first 5 minutes.
It's like they're about to say goodbye, but they don't say goodbye. Suddenly it's night, and they're discussing about the next day. Ash can't use Pikachu because it's a water Pokemon competition, and Brock's gonna look after Togepi. And then we cut next day. We're into the first match.
Mash is fighting someone. It's Totodile versus Seal. Ice Beam. Totodile dodges it kind of, but then water guns. Water guns and he's just dancing in place, and the Ice Beam is just missing him completely.
he's looking good while kicking ass.
But Totodile then water guns, and then Seal goes down, and it was a very pathetic fight.
Misty's match, also pathetic. Poliwhirl, she yells, "Get in there!" It punches a Magikarp, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, my note said, Poliwhirl versus Magikarp, come the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he slaps it, and then, we switch back to Ash.
Well, we see Misty's brilliant training. Remember, Kellan, she had to give the phrase, "Get in there. Get in there, Poliwhirl. Get in there."
Get her done. Ash is fighting a Shelder with Totodile. They're winning their matches, as we see.
Yeah,
and
we see quick.
Corsola going down to a Seeking, but is able to recover, uses recover, and tackles hard, winning the match. So they've both won 2 matches, so it would seem that they are both in the finals now. They high-five each other. Well done, everybody.
And back at the Poke Center, they're cocky as heck again. We're kicking ass. Marcellus is sad, though, so they're like...
very depressed.
They're like, "Hey, Marcellus, did you lose?" Like, very bluntly.
"You don't look so good. Did you lose already?" The others would be like, "Ash,
Misty's trying to offer advice so quickly, too. She's like, the best trainers learn from losing. And I'm like, do you guys? Do you guys take that to heart?
I don't think so. I feel well, Misty rarely loses because she rarely fights. Yeah. Well, yeah, they teach him life lessons and whatnot, and so he's like, "Hey, come to my house for dinner." And we realize, this kid's rich.
Mansion.
Yeah.
Where I live alone? I don't even know what the fuck's going on in this
hell
crazy
are the parents?
mansion. Huge mansion. He's got a tank of Remoraid. He's got 50 of them, okay? And they're all
collected from all over the place.
He's like, this one is from the East Blue, and this one is from West Blue.
Remoraid from Turkey and Turkey from France,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
got my French turkey wears a beret.
Ash has never seen so many Remoraid. I mean, you saw a huge school of them last episode.
Yeah, he's seen his fair share of Remoraid, but selectively. The whole thing here, though, is that the strongest Remoraid became the Octillery first, and now Octillery's kind of depressed, down
scaring
on his luck.
The Remoraid away, and so Octillery comes out.
They're fleeing.
Just incredible exposition from Misty. Marcellus, is that Octillery the same one that just evolved yesterday when we had the battle with my Corsola? Jesus.
Well, we had the battle yesterday with my Corsola, and then it went to sunset, and then it went to night, and then there were 2 matches, each for me and Ash, and we both
and then
won,
you lost yours?
And you lost yours, and you were sad, so you invited us for dinner?
And then we came into this aquarium and saw the Remoraid and the Octillery, and I asked this question and gave this long spiel. And that's where we are.
And that's where we be, because that Octillery, when it was a Remoraid, it was their leader. Strongest one, led the bunch. Now they fucking hate it because they don't recognize it. So
treat it like shit.
Even Remoraid themselves don't understand that they evolve into Octillery. It's so unintuitive good. Even to the fish themselves, and that's actually pretty fucking hilarious. Like, viewing it from that lens, this episode has jumped 5 points in my head.
It's great.
It's actually an ingenious idea.
Yeah, because Brock says, maybe they didn't see it evolved, so they don't know it's the same Remoraid. How are they supposed to know that these little green fish turn into a giant red fucking octopus?
I know, that's so funny.
This is why sex education is important.
Yes,
We
this
need
is
people to
why.
know.
So you don't outcast people when you're like, I didn't see them have sex, so I don't know where the fuck that baby came
So
from.
when you at home metamorphosize into a red octopus, your friends don't think that it is some random octopus showing up to the bar. They know it's you. If only we need to just educate people on that.
Are you saying this is a stand-in for lost virginity? The Chad Remoraid, who's lost,
Versus the virgin octillery.
popped its cherry, is now condemned by its virgin Remoraid friends.
He got
This
one.
this
He got
episode is
one
about
taste.
slut shaming.
He got one taste of.
What
That's
a
actually
heavy
how Remoraid
topic.
evolves. Once it
Yeah.
gets boned, it evolves into Octillery and just can't escape that grasp for more.
Right. Sure. Yes.
That's what the
This is
that's what
genius.
the hole in the mouth is for.
God. Cue that weird noise Octillery makes. So yeah, he's depressed. And he's so depressed he wouldn't perform today in battles, so they lost.
In battles, just
In
to make it clear.
battles.
Yeah.
So Brock's like, well, we got to show Octillery that, that he's got friends. So Misty's got an idea. It makes no sense, but we're going to go with it. Pokemon Imitation Time, starring Ash.
Oh my god. But also, like, Octillery's hiding in a jar now, which is cute, but also sad, because, like, he is just hiding away from everybody.
Yeah, he's depressed.
He's
He's
so
just
upset.
watching reruns of Friends in his room in the dark. With Cheeto dust all over.
Don't call me out like that.
I'm calling
No.
myself out.
So yeah, Ash gets in a giant Octillery costume, flubs around, and he's like, "This doesn't make any sense. He can see my eyes. Well, just close your eyes, Ash. Like this. Is this good? Does this work?" Oh,
So they make him close his eyes and make a noise. And Pikachu's leery. Pikachu's side-eyeing him like, is this what you're into now? Like,
This is
he's,
what
like,
you do when
very
I'm not around?
impressed.
This is
Yeah.
what you do when I'm at work, 9 to 5, Ash. Pika.
So Ash goes over to the tank, and Octillery water guns him immediately. You
Yeah.
can tell, right?
Octillery's lured out just to shoot Ash in the face.
And Misty, it literally is like, maybe that's what he's into. He's like, maybe spitting you in the face means that it likes you. I was like, what? Misty?
And it's like, pulling the girl's hair in first grade that you
I
like.
guess so.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's adorable. At night, Team Rocket, they've snuck into the house. This is just a weird exchange, because Jessie sees all the Remoraid. She's like, it's my wretched recurring Remoraid nightmare come true. And then James goes, I see no resemblance to that first grade teacher of yours. Well, that's a relief, but you can't blame me. Miss Crabtree was really scary. What is this dream?
I don't know, but she has a first grade teacher who haunts her dreams that looks kind of like a Remoraid.
What?
Or maybe she was a Remoraid.
Ooh, Professor Remoraid. Interesting. I was just very confused by that whole...
Meowth continues
thing.
to be bullish on life. What if we steal these things, charge big bucks for a Remoraid fishing? Okay, it's part of opening up the park, remember? So they got a vacuum set up.
Yep.
They're sucking up the Remoraid.
Fishing ain't
Octillery,
boring.
hiding in the pot, is not getting sucked up, so he sees this happening. Okay, interesting.
The
And
gang's
then we
eating.
cut the gang is eating supper. It looks like omelet rice. It's kind of like a rice omelet thing with ketchup on top. Very popular in Japan.
The kid made it.
And
Where the
kid
fuck are
made
the
it
parents?
themselves. Again, where are the parents?
Jesus Christ. They see noises from the tank. The kid's like, well, I'll go investigate. I'm the only person in this house. No adults can go do that for me.
I know, that was so weird.
Ugh.
I mean, maybe they're away. I don't know. So Marcellus sees Team Rocket, and we get into the chant.
And he walks in, like, everything okay in here? Yes, everything is fine, but prepare for trouble. Things couldn't be better, but make it double. Blah, blah, blah. Team Rocket blasting off the speed of the light. Fight. Meowth, that's right. And Marcellus just goes, now that I've listened to that, what do you want?
Well, thanks for the Remoraid.
No, Meowth goes, we won't never forget you for this one, kid, so thanks for the Remories.
The Remories. That's good.
I had to listen to that one twice just to make sure, because I was like, is that what I think it is? That's a good one,
I think
Meowth.
that's what he was getting at. I
That's a
didn't
good
quite
one, Meowth.
hear Remories, but that is nice.
Yeah. Well,
So
what
Meowth's
made
running.
me think that it has to be Remories is that the official pronunciation for any plural of a Pokemon's name does not include the S. So he wouldn't be saying Remoraids. So I'm pretty sure it's thanks for the Remories, which I was like, ow, Meowth, you little stinker. Wow. They dive out the window to the truck. Octillery, they don't see it, but he sticks itself to the bottom of the truck. And the gang here now, and we're going to get him back. But Weezing comes out, smokescreen, they get away. But we see a little trail of octopus goo on the ground.
Yeah, a little water trail.
A little breadcrumb trail. James wonders what a truckload of Remoraid would go for. But Meowth's like, shut up about that. Don't forget the theme park, the water park. You gotta get that.
Come on, keep your eye on the prize. We got good ideas.
Wobbuffet pops out. He pops out a lot in this episode as well. Haven't brought that up, but he's around. He's chilling. At the dock, Meowth gets on the crane to put him on the ship, but Octillery just smothers him. Just climbs on his face.
Yeah, smothers Meowth, takes him right out. That's beautiful.
Jesse and James just think, well, we should get that one too. Why not? Try to pull him off, Meowth. But he ends up butting Team Rocket pretty hard. Bashes the tank with his rock hard head.
Tackles Jesse, James, and Wobbuffet like over and over.
Yeah. Bashes the tank open, frees the Remoraid, does a bit of a weird dance.
Hooray! The Remoraid kind of escape into the sea quickly, which is nice. But Meowth is freaking out. He's furious. That 8-armed bandit ripped off the wrong guy.
He's done fooling around. Time to play a crane game. He's trying to grab Octillery. He's dodging quickly. Little tentacle guy just moving around real quick. And the music swells up as the gang comes in. The crane, grabs Octillery. So Pikachu can't bolt the machine without also bolting Octillery, even though he bolted an entire ocean last episode. But okay, go off.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember, they need those arbitrary rules to pad the episode a little bit sometimes.
But the Remoraid all then joined together to water gun the crane to spin it around really fast, which was crazy physics, but sure.
Oh, it was. An Octillery flies during this, flying through the air, but the Remoraids save it with the water guns. This is
so sick.
Because they were watching when he broke the tank, and now they realize who it is. It's our buddy.
It's our friend. Oh my god, it's him. It's Bill. We know Bill.
This could have maybe all been solved if he had a nickname.
or a name tag the whole time.
Yeah,
he left.
Or even just like a hat.
Yeah.
Something identified.
He left with a hi, my name is Bill. As a Remoraid, he came back. He had the name tag. Whole episode could have been subverted.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
Call him Octbillery, am I right?
Octbillery. Oh.
They catch it all with the water gun. Yeah, and that's I love that. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, Team Rocket. Pikachu, Thunderbolt. And then Octillery goes for the Octazooka. And they go blasting off again.
Is that a real move?
It is. It's Octillery's like signature move until like other octopus Pokemon started getting introduced. It's not great.
Okay, yeah.
It's like it's worse than it's less base power than Surf and only 85% accurate, which in Pokemon terms is not good.
Surf is interesting because it's like not a bad move.
It's like the water move.
It's like the water move, where all the other HM moves are ass, but Surf, it's like, yeah, I'll
Fly
use it.
is okay, it's just that it's 2 turns.
Fly's okay.
Strength is decent, just as a normal move, but yeah, Surf, Waterfall's also good, because it's like, it's a physical water move instead of special now.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Waterfall's also pretty good, but yeah, Surf is the HM, the water move. Like, everything's gotta have Surf.
Gotta have Surf.
So, but Octazooka can also, I think, lower accuracy? Yeah, it can lower accuracy as well. So, it's like ink. The idea they get ink in your eyes.
Oh, that's a nice flavor.
It's just that it's kind of weak and inaccurate, and so that makes it a little rough.
Like Octopus B.
Yep.
So Octillery and Remoraids are all making up. That's very nice. And as part of this, all the other Remoraids are a glowing, Kellan.
Oh my god, they all evolve. Marcellus,
check them out, Brachioles.
Marcellus now has like 100 Octillery. I think he might need a bigger tank.
He has an actual army, like a militia, really. He can wage war on all the other nearby towns, and he owns a mansion by himself, and he makes killer omelets. Like, what is this guy?
Who is this kid? Where is any adult in his life? I know.
Yeah, right?
I need to know. But no, their friendship was so important that they all needed to evolve together, apparently. It's not that they all just realized that maybe they didn't. None of them knew what they would evolve into, so they were all scared that if one of them evolves, then they won't know who each other are anymore. And so now that they all realize it's
Could be.
Octillery, they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then they're all like,
We
fuck
can
it,
be
hit the evolve
octopus
button.
together.
Yeah.
I think there is something like that. Yeah. They like open up their minds more.
Yeah.
They stop judging just based on we all gotta look like fish, and now we can look like octopus.
Open your mind, open your heart, and everything will be all right.
And open your face hole, because that's what Octillery has. Good old face hole.
Well,
daytime, Kellan.
Overlooking the stadium, there's whirlpools. It's mesmerizing, beautiful. It's like 30 seconds without dialogue. I thought it was really kind of weird because characters are always talking in this show. Having quiet was strange.
Yeah, they're usually explaining things over and over.
And then they're just like, that's it. Can't believe we're here. Time for the Whirl Cup. And that's the episode.
Literary Hour. The trope I'm looking at is called Friendship Denial on TVTropes.com. It's this idea of you've been friends for a while, something happens, and oh, look at that. We have a turncoat. They deny the fact that they're friends. Of course, this gets made up at the end of the episode, but a good bit of this and the crisis of the episode is around Octillery getting denied that friendship from his Remoraid buddies.
Poor guy.
Got a couple books. The Kite Runner, which is like a pretty sad, dramatic novel. Character named Hassan considers Amir a friend. Amir considers him anything but, because the idea is that Hassan is a servant in the household and of a different caste, I believe. So there's like this sort of harsh world of servitude and also, what's the word, like kind of status that comes into that, causing a rift, right? And so when the one friend says that, quite brutal. And in a less serious note, we've got a novel from the Horus Heresy called The End and the Death, Volume 3. Horus Heresy is a Warhammer 40K series, Kellan.
Classic
Warhammer, yes, classic literature. And they've got tons of books about it, okay? And there's this idea of this guy named Dorn surmising his relationship with Constantine Valdor. And during their siege of Terra, Terra being like the Earth planet, worked and fought together, gained each other's trust, died defending. However, the relationship is based around being forced together through circumstances of war. And Dorn can tell there's no true camaraderie between him and the general. Dorn even wonders if custodians like Valdor are even capable of developing friendship, or if the Emperor never wired them the ability to do so, because the Emperor controls so much of this, and all of the warriors are sort of mind control, the Space Marines, blah, 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 blah. Horse Heresy. There you go, Kellan.
Incredible. I understand that. Yep.
I don't remember my Warhammer 40K lore that well, though. So
well, before we get to the four hammer, I forgot we have one question left.
Poor hammer.
Yeah, got him.
That's wordsmith.
We have one question left I forgot to bring in from a Hoot Hoot desperate to evolve because of its tiny dong, who asks...
Oh my god, what have we started?
I know, right?
When I make those jokes, I'm like comfortable with it. When a fan makes the ducktail penis jokes, I'm like, too far.
How dare you?
Oh, gross.
That's our joke. Now, they ask, it's almost Pokemon Day, and it's likely Pokemon Legends ZA will be covered since it takes place in Kalos, and we know Mega Evolution will return. What would you rather have? Mega Octillery or an Octillery regional variant? Now, I will start by saying I want Mega Octillery, and I want it to be just a tank, but not just any tank.
Yeah.
You know how in Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Kirby like swallows like a car and stuff?
Yeah.
I want it to be that, but Octillery with a tank.
Oh, where it like still looks like Octillery, but
just
it looks
stretched
like it has
out.
Swallowed a tank.
He just looks like he swallowed a tank.
Out.
Yes.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, so giant Octillery swallowing a tank. Yes.
That's it.
Or what about an Octillery where every arm is holding a gun?
They just all have fucking pistols.
Yeah, just so many guns.
That also, I'm on board with that too.
I'm so glad that his name didn't have to do with his question, because it was like Noctowl, Mega Evolutions, things getting bigger. I'm like, where's this going?
Mega Noctowl.
But okay,
Girthy
yeah, Octillery,
penis. Do it, Game Freak. You won't, you cowards.
The dick just destroys the city. Terrifying.
All right.
We gotta rate
Let's
this
rate this
baby. What's our first category for Octillery Outcast?
It will be, the episode title.
Okay. I mean, it's a very literal title.
Yeah.
Octillery The Outcast.
Just a little alliteration.
Japanese,
alliteration.
Akutank and Tepuo. Whirl Cup preliminaries, Whirlpool Cup preliminaries, also kind of literal.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's take a look at the other languages. Bulgarian, Octillery the Outcast, Mandarin Chinese, Octillery and Remoraid, Whirlpool Cup preliminaries.
like
Czech,
the Jap.
Outcast Octillery, Dutch, the Outcasting Octillery,
The Verstoten Octillery.
European French, the Ugly Duckling, German,
Oh, nice.
Octillery in
Le Vilain
Offside.
Petit Canard. I like that.
Octillery in Offside is German. Hebrew,
Okay.
Outcasting Octillery, Hindi, Octillery is left alone,
Oh, that's
Hungarian, Up for a Race,
good. Where the fuck
Okay.
that come from? Hungary.
Italian, The Set Apart Pokemon, Korean, Save the Octillery Friend, Polish, Problems with Octillery, Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, The Lonely Octillery, Portugal Portuguese, Octillery the Lonely, Latin American Spanish, Octillery and Friends. That's not really true. Spain
Yeah, what the
Spanish,
fuck?
Octillery the Outcast, Thai, Octillery and Remoraid, the qualifiers of the Whirlpool Cup, and Vietnamese, Octillery and Remoraid, Spiral Cup qualifier.
Basically, the other
pretty weak.
Asian countries followed the Japanese
Yeah.
name. The others loosely followed the English. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's just go back to the English though, because Octillery the Outcast doesn't actually move me that much. It's a
No.
very, and we've come up with such strong puns lately. Like some of the episode titles have been fire, and this one is just like, yeah, that's what it is.
Like Machoke Man, that's my 10.
That's a 10.
That's the
a
best
10.
one
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far. That is a 10.
Now, this makes me suspicious.
This
Though.
is
Am
nowhere
I
close.
missing something? Is there a reference that I'm not catching?
I don't think
But
so.
like, I don't see anything listed. So, and Wikipedia, I mean, Bulbapedia loves to be like,
This is
to
kind
be
of
like,
a reference.
and Machoke Man is clearly a reference to this song.
Yeah, I think this
right?
is just
Like,
a
they love
literal
to be
title.
like,
There's no pun
yeah,
on it.
it's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't
I'm gonna
move.
go 5.1.
Ooh, 5.1. That's even higher than I thought.
It just squeaks above.
Squeaks about. I was thinking like 3.6.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that
could
because
go
none
either
of the foreign language ones make me like
No, they're
burst.
ass.
Like
They're
they're
fine.
whatever.
Der Verstoten Octillery and Le Vilain Petit Canard is sure good, though.
All right, final category of the day will be the world's worst detectives.
Oh, yeah. I do like this category.
Well, we have Misty's crazy exposition of is that the Octillery that the same is that Octillery the same one that just evolved yesterday when we had that battle with my Corsola, which was
Yeah.
incredible. That's like the main one. I don't know how much else there is.
Yeah, I feel like the first episode was more detective.
Yeah. Oh, they point out, Marcellus, you don't look so good. Did you lose already?
That one was
That's
pretty
pretty
bad,
good.
yeah. Okay, this one's actually
Oh,
kind
the
of weak. Kellan.
Marcellus, when Remoraid glows, he's like, "What's happening to Remoraid?"
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's
actually,
exactly what
yeah.
he was wanting to happen. So that's better. But yeah, that's probably. I think that's it. That's all I have written
Okay.
down.
Okay, that's a little on the weak side for me. I'm going to go 3.9.
0.9. Yeah, I'm around there. I'm like 4.4.
Okay.
I'll go with. So
what's
it's
the total?
4.15 for that. Overall, 4.25 for Octillery the Outcast.
Yeah, a little weak, isn't it?
We Master Quest is not cracked at 6 yet.
Oh boy. Okay, 4
Interesting.
Come on. Have some pity.
Well, maybe
Have some pity, 4.
maybe it will next week because that's it for this week.
And what is next week? What kind of episodes have a chance?
Well, we got a lot. We got some long Japanese titles here. 2 more episodes. Episode 218. We'll start with Dueling Heroes, or in Japanese, Whirlpool Cup! Exclamation. A big battle in the water coliseum! Double exclamation. Followed by 219. The Perfect Match, or in Japanese, Satoshi versus Kasumi! Exclamation. The final battle in the Whirlpool Cup! Double exclamation.
See, the Japanese name has a spoiler in it.
But does it?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. So join us for that next week.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. That has been To Kill a Delibird. Leave comments down below if you're watching on YouTube. That's youtube.com/HydraLeech is the channel. Otherwise, if you're on audio platforms, interact however the platform allows. Wherever fine podcasts are downloaded, so a plethora of podcast platforms. If you want to get a hold of us, we've got email tokilladelibird@gmail.com. We're also on Blue Sky, tokilladelibird. And then we've got linked a Google form where you can ask questions about the next upcoming episodes. That's how viewers are writing in questions that we answer throughout it. Intro and outro music is The Synth Wave by Alexi Action. Kellan runs a TikTok. HydraLeeches is the channel. Some fun videos there. And then Twitch is pretty often. You heard today he's got the Pokemon Coliseum running, going on, so watch out for that. Twitch.tv/HydraLeech is the channel. And then finally, we've got a Patreon linked below. Treat it like a tip jar. No extra content in there, but if you want to appreciate the show, you want to give us a little tip.
No, there is extra
you can do so on
content.
the
It's
Patreon.
just not worth it. It's not worth paying for.
So just a tip jar. Just a tip
So
jar.
it's just a tip jar.
Anyways, is that it?
Well,
is that my spiel?
Yeah,
Are we
pretty much.
spieled?
What did we learn this week?
We learned that it's Mantine and not Womantine. Am I right, Kellan?
God damn it. I can't top that. Fuck.
That was stupid.
That was so stupid.
Like the Lord intended.
In the year of our Lord, 2025.
This is where TKAD
Womantine.
takes an extreme right-wing turn. And what's the deal with jobs, Kellan?
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Mantine.
Oh, Adam and
Gross.
Mantine. That'd be a hot hentai.